Okay, so today we're at Miller's Dry Goods. One stop, two stores, quilt bar and fabric store. So fabric in both buildings. So this must be one building, and the other building, I don't know where the other building is. Unless they mean that building, the big green egg. I don't know. Well, we'll go this way first because sign says it's open. Mickey. Flannel.
Flannel. It's like it's mostly flannel in here.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, there are two stores here. The one we just were in, that was all flannel. So this one, the lady in the store said, has the quilting cotton. So we'll check this out. This one's a lot bigger than the other store. Need some camel?
No, don't want
Just don't see what people see in camouflage.
No.
So do some wandering around and some shopping. So I don't think I took any video of the countryside, and we've seen quite a bit of it. It's very, very pretty, very nicely kept fields and the houses. The houses.
You take a video when we're not going through.
Well, I know. Well, I'll take some maybe later. Right now we're headed towards, where are we going? We're going to Ashery Market or something like that. Yeah, well, before I was plugged in for the navigation system, so I couldn't really take video.
At the next traffic light, continue straight ahead onto County Road 77.
Ohio's Market there, but very hilly. It is that for sure. And of course, when you're coming down some of the narrower roads, and
now
you
continue
meet a buggy,
straight ahead.
And oh, there's the cheese place.
Oh, that's Heinz cheese, shall
Oh, that's the other one.
Follow the road for 4.5 miles.
We're around the corner from our hotel.
Oh, right. But anyways, as I was saying, the houses and things, when we were on the more of the back roads area, are very nice. There's money in this area. There has to be. And you know, we have this image that the Amish are, you know, simple people, you know, they live off the land, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about that. Some of these places are pretty nice, pretty pricey looking. Okay, so one of the places on Stephanie's list was this place, Ashery Country Store. So we are here. We missed it when we first came by here. We had to turn around because it wasn't very obvious. The trucks on these roads drive like madmen. Okay, this is called the Berlin Farmstead. It is a huge buffet restaurant. It's extremely popular. They were lined up yesterday, the cars, people sitting in their cars waiting for this to open for lunch yesterday. Yeah, we've seen it on YouTube. It's got like everything you ever wanted, and it's all, you know, comfort food, like kind of a thing. It's what I also like to refer to as piggies at the trough. We won't be going there because we don't do buffet.
Well, actually, they will serve you. You can order off the menu too.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Off that
But
too.
actually, when I was looking at it while we were coming here, and it really isn't worth it that much if you want to order it on the menu. I guess if you order on the menu, you can take it home if you don't need it.
Oh, well, yeah, we don't eat that much food, so wasted on us. So this is another quilting store, but we're not absolutely sure. It's called Plaid Sheep, and online it looks like they've got a lot of wool kind of things, you know, for embroidery and that kind of stuff. What, you found? What, down? Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. Oh, down around the corner. Okay.
Way down
Walter's talking about 'Tis the Season Christmas store, which is what we actually came in here for, and didn't realize Plaid Sheep was here as well. So we'll go in and take a look while we're here. I don't anticipate there's anything much I'll be interested in, but you never know. They have some felted wool. So if you're into wool, because you do hand embroidery,
quilting material on the back.
hooked?
Yeah, I think it's hooked.
Yes, that's a hooked rug. So we're on the second floor right now, looking down. It's very, very pretty. So we have arrived at a local winery that's called Brittenbach, Amish Country Wines. And this is it here, and down there's a little village, which I think we might explore to see if we can get lunch or something. So we'll see what we'll see here. So all the wines. Rieslings. Do they? They've got a tasting bar in there.
That's
10. Well. Okay, so we're in here trying a tasting of their wines. This is their tasting room. And here are all their wines. They do have some wines that are not made from grapes. Wines that are made with fruit. They have a dandelion wine. But we're going to try the three whites, Chardonnay, the Pinot, and the dry Riesling. And we're going to also try the Cabernet Sauvignon and the Festival. So we went to the winery, as you saw, and now we've gone sort of across the street and down the hill to Hans's place, and we're gonna have lunch here. And we're not completely sure how this really works, but he said that they would bring out a menu to us. We could sit wherever we wanted to. It's kind of nice. Here, a little picturesque. So we'll see what we see. We're back from a day of quilt fabric shopping, and I said I wasn't going to buy anything more. Well, I lie, because we went to the Plaid Sheep. Now, we had read online that they had a lot of wool and things like that, so we weren't expecting much. And it doesn't have a lot, but it's got, if you're into wool, it's got tons of wool. in there, and you know, for wool embroidery, that kind of thing. But they did have some nice fabrics in there. Price wise, they were a little bit higher. They were around $12.99 a yard, I think, American. But when I was there, I saw a couple of things. Of course I did. So this is bee fabric. I bought 2 meters of this because remember I showed you the other day. Oh no, I haven't shown that to you yet. That's to come. Okay, I did buy, and you'll see in a minute, some other gnomes with bees fabric. So I thought, well, if I make a quilt out of it, I might want something that'll work as background or fill-in pieces or whatever. Then I saw this. They had a Christmas display up, and they were featuring this quilt. They had an actual quilt made up called what was it? Was something about sheep. Oh wait, there it is. While Shepherds Watched. And this comes from a magazine called Christmas Quilting by Annie's Quilting. So you had to buy the magazine if you wanted the pattern. But they also had a kit all made up, ready to go. So this is the kit. So I said I wasn't going to buy any more kits. I lied again. So I bought that as well. I don't know which Christmas I'll get it done by. Then I saw this pattern on that same table for a table runner. I did not buy a kit for this. I didn't figure I needed one. I don't think they had one. But it's called Timber Pines, and I thought that's really kind of cute and probably very fast to make. So I purchased that. Notice how I'm rationalizing all my purchases. But wait, there's more. Over here, another kit. Now, the stuff I'm about to show you came from Miller's Dry Goods. And it's a good store. And they've got a basement, a bargain basement with a lot of like $8 a yard for fabric. So I bought some of those, but this was not on sale. But it's a kit. It's just a little wall quilt kit, 22 by 22. So it's not very big. But I thought, you know, if you want something fallish, and of course it has all the fabrics and everything, and the pattern. So I got that, and then as I was saying, I found these gnome fabrics in yellow with, I think there's bees and flowers in there as well. And I thought this was kind of cute, and you know me and gnomes. I'm trying to find so you can see this. Yeah, there they are. So like they're basically gnomes dressed up as bees. So charm pack, I bought 2 charm packs, and I bought the strip pack as well. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, I could make a quilt with that. And that's why I bought that yellow other fabric from the other place as well to go with this. Then I saw more gnomes, Christmas gnomes. And I think I have some Christmas gnomes at home. But this is a charm pack. I bought 2 charm packs, and I bought the strip pack as well. And I have a lot of Christmas fabric at home, so I'm sure I can put something together that's relatively simple. Do I need another Christmas quilt? No, I don't. But gnomes are fun. And then I bought some of these. Now, some of these are the bargains. This is a batik, and that was $8 a yard at the same place at Miller's Dry Goods. I got the ghosties because they were kind of cute. I got some fallish fabrics with pumpkins. Could incorporate them in with the Halloween though as well for maybe a table runner. Could be a quilt. This was just, I just saw it. It grabbed me. It's interesting. It's wine glasses. Yeah. I said to Walter, that might make a nice shirt. And he said, no, he didn't like the background color on the fabric. So, but a little bit more Christmas fabric. Then I saw this. This is cheater cloth. But I thought, you know, this would be great to put onto Lucy, quilt it up, and then I can make it into bags. It would be fairly easy to do that. So that's why I bought it, and I bought 4 yards of it. And this is a bolt. They took it off the bolt, I guess, to measure it. And yeah, so, you know, gray. Gray seems to be the color that a lot of people are using for backgrounds. I have to admit, I have never used gray as a background, but I really like this one because of the texture. So yeah, and then Walter did buy a couple of things. Yeah, just 2. Kitty fabric. Now we've had some of that fabric before. It's by Timeless Treasures, but we have it in a different colorway, and he made me a shirt out of it. So yeah, I really like that colorway. And then this one with the balloons is just fun. as well. So he got some fabric for shirts, but wait, there's more. I mentioned that we went into the Christmas store, right? The Christmas shop store, 'tis the season. And I wasn't gonna buy anything, but look what I bought. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I bought a gnome Christmas decoration. I don't know, I saw him, I fell in love with him. He does light up. I don't have any batteries in him right now, but apparently you put batteries in his bottom and he will light up. Well, if you had batteries put in your bottom, you'd light up too. But I just think he's fun. He was not expensive. He was $14.95 American. And I like, they had all kinds of them in this Christmas shop. You name it, they had a gnome for everything. But I like this little thing he's got in his hand right there. I thought that was kind of cute. And he sparkles. So yeah, that was definitely an impulse buy. Well, then what hasn't been an impulse buy? So that's my haul for today. So we are done for the day. Pooped. We've seen everything I think you need to see in this area. And I think 2 days is plenty. Unless, of course, you're somebody who loves to buy little kitschy things, trinkets and things like that. Quilt stores, favorite was Lone Star, closely followed by Zinc, and then I think probably Miller's Dry Goods.
Yeah.
And then the Plaid Sheep, and then the last one on the list is Helping Hands. It was of no help whatsoever. Just found their stuff boring.
Plaid Sheep had some interesting stuff because it was, they didn't have all quilting cotton. They had some flannel and like unusual flannel and wool, more like a woolly type products, and they had some projects that you can do with the woolly product, and it looked more like a felt than a,
yeah, well, I tried to explain that to you. That is called wool embroidery and applique. And it's a Sue Spargo kind of thing, and many of you out there will know who I mean when I say Sue Spargo. But we're not into hand embroidery. And although I have to say, some of the pieces, if you could probably do them on your machine, the applique ones that were there. But yeah, but anyways, so spend a bundle, haven't figured out exactly what the final total will be, but let's just say I looked at it quickly now, and it's, well, before I adjust for Canadian. Some things I haven't been able to adjust to Canadian yet because I have to wait and go into my credit card account and see what they're charging me in Canadian. It's over $3,000 that I spent. That.
What, American?
No, combination. There's a few things there that I was able to put in as Canadian and Canadian dollars, but I have a couple of other items that haven't yet. So yeah, it's going to be over 3,000 Canadian. So I've done that before, but I saved my pennies for this occasion. This is exactly planned for. Anyways, we're tired out now. Now, a couple of observations, and this might sound a little nasty. I was under the illusion that Amish people live a very simple life, are very generous, very giving, very kind. And I'm not saying they're not, but here's my assessment of Amish people, the ones that we came into contact with, and those were the ones basically that were working in the quilt stores and that, or that we saw on the street or whatever. First of all, they definitely keep to themselves.
I was just reading some stuff online too. That
Oh yeah?
The Amish, there's a really old order of Amish, and Amish, and they really stick to themselves.
Yeah.
Then there's like a newer, more modern order of Amish.
Try to get out there, party like it's 1899.
They still aren't as liberal as what we call Mennonites.
No.
And that.
Now, I'm not saying anything against them about that's the life they have, that's what they're used to, and that's what they want, and that is fine. Nobody was nasty to us or anything. They were, but they are a little bit, because we're not part of the Amish community, they're a little more standoffish, and I guess you can understand that because they're a closed community. They do know how to turn a buck, though. I will say that. These people know exactly how to operate a business. And a couple of things that really annoyed me, and it's not just limited to Amish people, but it was very prevalent when we were buying quilting stuff, that if you're paying by credit card, they had a little sign, or they would tell you that they were going to add 3% or 4% in the case of one of the places to your bill for using a credit card. Now, to me, that screams cheap. Build it into your price. Or if you'd rather have cash, then make an incentive. Say, if you pay cash, you will get a 2% or 3% discount, kind of a deal. And I know that the rates from credit card companies have gone up. They went up right after COVID ended. They were doing this thing with it. And yes, and they have to pay for that service. But you want to know something? That's the cost of doing business, as far as I'm concerned. And we have the same thing in Canada. Most businesses in Canada, no.
Yeah, they came up with a ruling this year in Canada. They could charge extra if they used to be you couldn't charge extra with credit card.
Yeah.
Now it says you can charge a percentage as long as you display it extra if you're using a credit card. And so far we have never run into a business that does that.
Well, one, and that was the small little chocolate shop, Williams Chocolate in Whitby. They do it, although I'm not sure if they actually do it.
They don't do it. They were talking about
it. But they don't do it either. And I'm sorry, but you're a business. That just screams nickel and diming. Put it in your price then. Hide it in the price. But anyways, it's a little thing. Well, it's not so little when you're racking up a bill of $500 US. 4% is 4%. So, who carries that kind of cash around with them anymore? Except for the Amish.
And drug dealers.
And drug dealers, yeah. But we were in the countryside. We saw their homes, their farms. They are very nice properties, as I said earlier. Well kept up, everything like that. And to do what they do costs money. So, a simpler life? Not when it comes to finances. They know, they're clever. They're very clever people. Now, I don't want to make that sound like I'm thinking that's a negative about them. It's just the reality. And we're always given a picture that these people are, they live off the land and they share with everybody and they're kind and, all this kind of stuff. Well, business is business, isn't it? So, anyways, that's our day, or our last day here. Tomorrow we're off to see Stephanie. And there'll be videos about that. We're going over to help her set up her new 550E Janome and maybe try a few things. And then Keith, her husband, is working in the morning, I think, but we'll be home sometime in the afternoon. And we're going to have a barbecue, I guess, over there. So it'll be lots of fun. And yeah, and then the next day with Stephanie and her husband, we're going off to something in Lake Erie Islands. It's all I know about them. The only thing I can think of is kind of maybe the equivalent of Center Island off of the Toronto shoreline in Lake Ontario, because there's something like that there too. But anyways, it'll be fun. And I am shopped out. As far as quilting fabric is concerned, I have shopped myself until I dropped, and you've already seen that in this video. Everything I bought today, and you saw the haul from yesterday as well. So, having said that, any comments, any words you want to make?
No, actually, this area is very, very nice and
yeah,
very relaxing.
It's very relaxing, and very hard to get a bottle of wine. Yeah, in Berlin you can't. Berlin is dry. You have to go outside of Berlin to find any place that has wine. And we did go to Brittenbach. I think that's how you say it. Brittenbach, whatever, winery. We did a tasting. Their wines are not that wonderful. They're okay. That's why we did a tasting, because we did buy a couple of bottles of wine. But I can't say, though, I'm really enthused. But I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. I have never had an American wine yet that I want to write home about. and it's been so great, and I've wanted to buy a case of it. I'm sorry. And people are going to say, well, have you ever been to Napa Valley? Yes, we have. They were garbage. Have you had...
We have lots of wines in
Yeah.
Canada from Napa Valley. There's a few that aren't too bad. But
Well, palatable, I guess. Yeah, I'm being a wine snob. I'm really not a wine snob. I drink out of a box, okay? But I have to tell you this. Some of the things I drink out of a box are better than the stuff I've had here. Sorry, I'm just saying it's my personal taste. I am sure there are many of you that would disagree with me, and you're free to do so. But my mind's made up, so you will not convince me otherwise. And you can list all the different kinds of wines that is made here in the States, and all the different wineries and everything like that. And you can tell me, have you tried this? Have you tried that? No, I have not. I have not tried every wine.
I mean, we do have Canadians that think American wines are just wonderful.
Yeah.
And but we don't go to their house.
Well, if you came to my house and you brought us a bottle of California wine with dinner, I would thank you very much. I would put it in the back of the fridge and serve you Canadian or French or anything but that wine. My nephew loves California wines, but he's an idiot. So what do you think? But anyways, I know I'm going to get hate mail on this. Go ahead. Go for the hate mail. I'll just delete it. Anyways, okay, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow.